Hi everybody, Dr. Neal Barnard here. There's a new research study out about eggs. Yep, you and I know that eggs are high in cholesterol. There is as much cholesterol in a single egg as there is in an 8-ounce steak. And ever since the problems of cholesterol have been identified, the egg industry has been funding research studies to try to make it all go away. And the latest one in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that people eating about 2 eggs a day, they do about the same as people eating only 2 eggs per week with regard to cholesterol and other measures. So the bottom line is eggs seem to be okay? Well, wait a minute. Let's look at the fine print. First of all, it's funded by the Australian Egg Corporation. And secondly, the low egg group was asked to make up for it by eating more meat. So they're comparing more eggs versus more meat and finding your cholesterol doesn't really know the difference. That's not the way to do the study. What we really want to do is for people at risk for heart disease and for anybody else is get the meat out of the diet and get the eggs out too. The more you go to a plant-based dietary program, the better off you're going to be. That's a healthy diet.
The world became very confused following the publication of a study by Griffin and Lichtenstein at Tufts University. They reviewed 12 studies, but they took no studies prior to 2003. And their conclusion was that the effect on plasma lipid concentrations is modest, and it appears to be limited to only certain population subgroups. Alice Lichtenstein was then appointed to the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee and was on the subcommittee that decided to say that cholesterol in the diet doesn't affect blood cholesterol. And so the world decided, great, we should be eating eggs again, stuff as many down our mouths as we possibly can. And while we're at it, there's other things that I think really should be exonerated. So I want to go into the weeds a little bit with the Griffin and Lichtenstein paper. Here were the 12 studies. Here are the funding groups for the studies. 10 of the 12 were the egg industry. And there's a couple of details, but I've put a U by every study where the effect of dietary cholesterol on blood cholesterol was unfavorable, meaning it went up. And I put an F by every study where it was favorable, whether it was statistically significant or not. But you could see a really clear trend that dietary cholesterol affects blood cholesterol. And so the bottom line is you can make the effect disappear if you are the egg industry and you fund a study in which you bring people in who are already eating a large amount of dietary cholesterol. You bring in a small group of people so that you don't have statistically significant results and you can declare null results. So we had quite a wrestling match with the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee a couple of years ago. And to their credit, the USDA and HHS came out basically on our side saying, okay, you really should eat as little cholesterol as possible.